So I get in there, I start uploading the videos from this video, you know, or recorded in segments, and I put them together and make one video out of it, edit, cut all the crap out, most of it. Anyways, I go in there to upload the videos to the computer, and there's like two or three files, and I know, you know, all the shit that I did to this guitar. Glued the nut in, I set the neck relief a bunch of times, set the action, sanded the saddle to get the right string action, all that stuff. I lost it, man. I don't know how many videos it was, but there was only 3 left. So my apologies for that. This camera's getting really old. It's a nice camera, touchscreen and crap, but it's getting old, and that's happened before. So anyways, man, sorry guys. I don't know what to say, just other than I'm sorry, man. Hope you enjoyed what little bit of it there was. Or are. Woo! What is going on, folks, and welcome to the show. What are we doing today? Well, we're going to try to put 2 strings on this guitar. This is that StewMac kit guitar. Got a real high saddle back here, so I'm going to put the 2 E strings on it. And kind of get in the ballpark of what I need to take off the bottom of this saddle to lower it. And before we string it all up, and then I'll put all the strings on it, and you know, under stress, everything will change. The relief and the neck, the string action, everything's going to change under full stress of all the strings. But I want to put these 2 strings on it here to start with, and just like I say, get it into the ballpark of the thing. Lord have mercy, it's been busy here at the house that never sleeps. Good Lord, ain't nobody sleeping here. So, I don't know if we'll hear this on this video or not, but we'll see how far we'll get. So, I guess I'll put the strings on and then bring you back. Hold on. Look at these geniuses, man. Check that out. How'd you like to live here and breathe this shit? This was the State Road Department of Highways up here cleaning out a ditch. I doubt you can see it. Cleaning a ditch out, and there's gas meters just on the other side of that bush, on the other side of that road. And they got into my gas line and tore it completely out of the ground. So I walked out there to talk to the guy about it, and some lard-ass dude asleep behind the wheel in a dump truck. They did fix my gas line back, but they do this every year. I mean, what a bunch of jackasses, man. Now, we just check everything again. All over again. This is, I don't know how many times this makes. This nut action is the first 3 strings. What have I got here? 18 thousandths is the first 3 strings, and it goes under there just beautifully, man. Now I got to get a 16 out for the bottom 3. I like the way that worked itself out like that. Had to take the 3 strings down, the 3 bass strings down a little bit. Okay, here's a 16, I think. Yeah, 10 and a 6. And you can see it just goes under there perfectly. It's a little bit tight. It might be a tiny bit more than 16, but that's good. That is excellent. Now, check neck relief again. I played it a little bit, man. The thing just practically plays itself all the way up the neck. Alright, we'd like to see a 12 here. So I want to note down here, what, about the 17th fret. Come down here to 7. That one's a little tight. There we go. That's just brushing under there. Now that's lesser there. Let me note clear down back here and see if it makes any difference at all. Yes, it does. It's still a little bit tight. That's a better fitting one there. Try this one more time. 12th thou on that side. So I'm going to leave that alone because it hasn't moved. This is good. Alright, get this off of it. You know, actually, let's check the action here. always pick it up wrong, man. Whatever I'm needing is always wrong. If I need 64ths or 32nds or thousandths or inches, measure an inch, whatever, man, it's always wrong. Alright, action at the 12th fret, bass E string is dead on the money, 5/64. High E string is 4/64, dead on. Okay, it didn't move. 4/64. It's starting to come up a little bit as you come up each string. Just almost 5/64 there. And dead on the money right there, 5/64. This is good, good. The guy that put this thing together, there's a brace like right here, okay? He was supposed to drill the hole through that, and you use a wrench. I think I might have showed you before. You use a wrench like this. You can see that, and it goes up through the brace, and it also has to go through the neck block on this guitar. And he didn't drill a hole in that thing, so I ended up taking a wrench like this. This part was too short and this part was too long. Couldn't get it on the screw because this end would hit the couldn't get this end on the screw because this end would hit that brace. So I ended up taking one of these and cutting it off about an inch, cutting the inch off of it. It's still in there right now. I'm going to leave it there because I like to never got that little bastard in the hole. But I can adjust it, you know, reach in there with my hand way up in there, and I can turn that. I probably will just leave it in there and send it home with the guy when I send the guitar back. I'm not sure yet how we're going to do that, but as hard as it is to get in there, like I say, you gotta. He didn't drill a hole in the brace, so you got to reach around that and reach around, and the wrench goes completely through the neck block into the adjustment, which is about right here. Okay, and you know, I had a hellacious time getting it in there. I'm just going to leave it in there, and if the owner wants to take it out when he gets the guitar back, fine, he can do that. So okay, let's listen to this puppy. Check it out. Hold on. This is the kind of work they do. Dig it out there and just stop. Alrighty, time for the moment of truth. Let's test drive it. Guitar's got some serious power and some serious bass. It intonates perfectly, man. This neck is super wide, man. I mean, it is one beefy ass neck. It's thick this way, but it is super wide. I never noticed it. Yeah, well, I kind of thought it looked wide when I was putting it on the guitar, but it is just really, really, really wide. And I can't hardly reach some of the chords. I love the tone of it. I mean, it's just... calluses, I can't slide. I can't play for shit right now, but I'm not used to that big wide neck. The string spacing is way wider than a Martin is. I don't know what's up with that, but you can hear the intonation is dead on the money, man. It's about as far as I can reach. Listen to that bass. I'm playing it pretty hard too, way harder than I should be, but I'm trying to make it, if it's going to buzz, make it happen now. But the action that low, it's not buzzing unless you really get down on it. He said, the owner said he wanted the action pretty low on it. I think he said 5/64s here and 4/64s, so that's what it is. Way too thick a pick for that. The neck is just too wide for me though. That bass, man. But there it is, it's a done deal, and that neck has not moved. The joint on it hasn't moved at all. I just pity the poor soul that's got to get in there if you ever have to adjust the truss rod in it. I pity the poor soul that's got to do it. Look how wide that neck is, man. Yeah. Just, it's wider than I've ever seen before. Got a nice big tall, really high saddle on it. Maybe you can see it there, my shirt behind it. Very wide saddle there, and that contributes to that big sound and that, a lot of bass and all that. You down there again, man. So I hope you enjoyed this little ride with this guitar. I'm going to keep it, I like to keep it another week, maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and just watch it. Hold on. It don't take a rocket scientist to know with all those gas meters there, there's probably gas lines that come across the road. And you can see what they did here to my water meter. And then they just go halfway up the ditch and just stop right there. Geniuses. Y'all, man, as I was saying, I like to keep the guitar another week, or at least a week, and just watch it, because this guitar has been through a lot, man. What do? We put the neck on, fretted, keys, bridge, pins, tailpiece, pins, bridge, tusk saddle, bone nut. God, I can't even think of what all we did to it, but anyways, it's a done deal. I'm going to hang on to it for a couple of days and just let it settle down and, you know, watch everything on it, and may have to tweak it a little bit after a week or so. But all in all, it's good, man. I don't know, I might try to drill a hole through that brace. You just about have to take the brace out of it to do that. I don't have a drill that'll go in there, unless maybe if I find one of those little hand drills that when you shove it in, it spins the bit. I don't think you'd even get to it with that, you know, and drill it straight. And it's got to be, well, it's got to be, what is it, 5mm, I think. So it's got to be at least 5mm in diameter to get the wrench through it. I don't know if I'll do that or not. Probably just leave that wrench in there, and if anybody needs to adjust it, then the wrench is there, and they can reach in there and turn it with their hands. Anyways, it's been a long series now, and I think about it. Martin D15 coming up next. Stay tuned for that. We're going to do some bridge work. I think maybe shave the bridge on it. Actually, it's unplayable. The action's just so high on it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Thanks for watching. I'll see you very soon.